Welcome to the Certification Accelerator course. This is course number 6 inside of the Fire Alarm Business Blueprint. And inside of this course, we're going to teach you how you can get your minority certification, whether it be New York City, New York State, and the other agencies that you could apply with, so that way you can open up other doors to grow your business. So as we take a step back and look at the Certification Accelerator, we can see that this is step number 6 inside of the Fire Alarm Business Blueprint. You will need to go through all 9 steps for you to thoroughly understand how to start, grow, and operate a fire alarm company. There are many different types of minority certifications that you can get for yourself, but the main 3 certifications I find that have good set-asides and good projects that you can bid on is the DBE. This is your Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. This is given out through the MTA. So wherever the MTA lay track, that's where you can have projects. They have substations, train stations, all these different types of platforms and facilities that you can put fire alarm and security systems in. Next, there's the MWBE. This is New York City and also New York State. This open up federal projects. This also open up city and state municipalities. And next is the 8A certification. This is given out by the Small Business Administration. The federal government have a lot of set-asides for 8A certifications. So make sure you download the Certification Accelerator cheat sheet. Unlike them other programs you probably went through out there, this is not going to just be a bunch of videos that you're going to watch and be more confused than when you started. No. Goal of the Certification Accelerator is so we can do this together, one step at a time, so that way you could understand how to get the certification that you need to open up the doors and get that money. So I want to give you a few action steps that you can take. I want you to research the different types of certifications and how it can help you and your business. Once you understand that, you can bid on anything that the government actually is looking for help with or looking for services they need provided. The second thing is you want to organize all of your documentation. So when you file your corporation, you get your EIN and you start building out your business with bank accounts and things like that, you should have a folder on your server, a folder on your laptop, a folder in the cloud, a folder on a USB thumb drive or an external hard drive, whatever. You should have all your documents in one place so that way you can easily access them when you need to. And next, you always got to leverage guidance experience. Look for other counselors, mentors, people that's been doing it before you. People that's 2 or 3 steps ahead of you is the people that you need to be looking for. Another great place you can go to is the PTAC office. They have these in every borough, in every town, city. There got to be somewhere close to where you are so that way you can leverage more information. The Procurement Technical Assistance Center is there to help you understand the bidding process and get your business in shape to bid on government contracts. Now, the SCA, if you don't know what the SCA is, that is the School Construction Authority. They have their own mentor program where you can get minority certified to do work for just the schools. When they're building schools, you can be the GC that manages the whole entire project to build an entire school. Hire the subcontractors, do the work that they need to do. So the SCA also is a separate mentor program that you can get into to actually generate money for your business. And you could just solely focus on this to actually make some real good money. A lot of times going through this the first time, you have no idea what paperwork you need. They may list out some paperwork you need on the PDF. When you actually go sit down to apply for any of these certifications, you're going to find out that there is paperwork that they did not list out. So inside of this program, we're going to show you all of the paperwork that I've used, that I had to fill out each one of the minority certifications, so that way you can understand what type of paperwork you need, verify if the paperwork that you're seeing is still valid, so that way you can submit your submission once. State certification takes 2 years, and you don't want to mess that up to wait another 2 years for the correction. Some of the marketing that I did to help boost my business within the government sector was going to industry events and trade shows. Wherever it was, I went to an event so that way I could meet other fire alarm companies, exchange numbers, and build a different network. And also meet owners of buildings, project managers, different types of people who can make decisions when it comes to you bidding on projects. And also, you want to build relationships with the local organizations. The people that's right in your immediate area is who you could actually serve. So if there's hospitals, if there's fire departments, if there's police departments, these places that you could actually work in when you have your state certification. You have your city certification. This is what unlocked those doors, all of the New York City municipalities. And the last thing, I was bidding on a lot of the small projects. It was maybe a test and inspect, or maybe was a small monitoring contract. Whatever I was able to afford to bid on and actually complete, that was what I was bidding on. So that way, every time I completed a project, that goes on my record, that goes on my file. It does not matter the denomination of how big the project is. A Of course, sometimes the larger the project, the better. However, once you build it up, you will start getting larger projects. So I'm going to take you from being overwhelmed with all the paperwork, the complex submission, to being certified within no time. And here's what the New York City minority certification looks like. This one you can fast track within 30 to 60 days. You still have to submit a lot of paperwork. So once you have the paperwork handy and submitted, you can submit this right away. And you can do this straight off the website at the SBS, the Small Business Services. You want to also leverage online platforms like LinkedIn. You want to sign up for some construction forums, other fire alarm vendors, other fire alarm manufacturers like Kitty, Edward, Notifier, Simplex. You want to follow these companies. You want to, make comments. You want to build relationships with these people because you're going to need a panel to back yourself. So this is one way to get your name in the door. For you to be able to create targeted marketing material, you need to know who you're talking to. So if you're talking to the government, you have to speak in a way that the government understands. Your marketing has to be that way. You need to dedicate a web page to them. You need to have your company capability statement. You also need to have a company overview. You need to have all of these things that explain what your company is, what they do, who they helped, and where you're located, how you can help me. So I want to zoom out, take 2 steps back to look at the entire fire alarm business blueprint. As I said before, this is step number 6 inside of the fire alarm business blueprint, and you will need to go through all 9 steps in order for you to fully understand how to operate a fire alarm business being taught by an actual licensed fire alarm contractor. So I want to give you some homework, right? This homework I want to give you, I want you to research the certification requirements. I want you to gather as much information as you can so you can understand what type of paperwork that you need to actually have for your submission. The next after that, get those documents and put them into one location. And if you need further help, you can reach out to me or contact your local PTAC office for further assistance. I want to congratulate you for completing this course. Now that you understand what you need to do to get yourself certified as a minority vendor, I want you to download this 1-page cheat sheet so you can keep it by your side, apply everything for what you learned. So this cheat sheet will help you stay focused, organized, because I want you guys to succeed. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.